Welcome back to the High Sea Era Report. My very special guest today is Carl Roboto. He's president of SMG Consulting, located here on South Shore. Carl's company consults for all types of destination resorts around the United States, everywhere from Mammoth to Santa Cruz and parts unknown. But Carl has a real insight to what's going on with tourism and tourism community, so I thought we'd have a little discussion with him today. Thanks for coming in.
It's a pleasure to be here, Austin. Thank you for having me. I haven't
welcome.
been here I don't think I've ever been here, so thank you.
So recently you did a paper that was presented down in Carson City and up here in Lake Tahoe and discussed down in Reno. Can you tell folks a little bit about the paper and sort of what your findings were?
Yeah, the paper is called Navigating Change, Reno Tahoe Tourism, and what it was is a holistic look of the region in terms of what's impacting tourism in the greater Reno Tahoe area, and to try and identify what we think are the 10 biggest trends, and to get everyone sort of thinking about them and discussing them and trying to figure out how do we take advantage of these trends so we don't miss an opportunity.
So when you talk about Reno Tahoe, a lot of people here on South Shore and on North Shore just think about their little universes and don't really realize the impact that Reno has to the Tahoe market. So that was part of your study. So can you talk a little bit about why such a big area?
Yeah, I think that's a great observation. We often sort of live in our little South Shore world and so forth, but it is a real big tourism region, and Reno's critical because several factors. One, the airport is absolutely essential because we access long distance visitors through the airport, but more importantly, Reno's emerging as the urban center of the region. With new restaurants and special events and cultural things and all kinds of neat stuff. South Shore is emerging, in my view, as a recreation and entertainment hub, and North Shore, in my view, is emerging as a recreation and more family-oriented region. And this working together makes the region more compelling for visitors to come and visit here.
So what were some of the top 10 things?
Well, I think the biggest one I think that everyone needs to be aware of is the whole shift to the millennial market segment. You and I are baby boomers at different stages in there, but baby boomers nonetheless.
I'm the younger.
Yeah. But really what's happened is this millennial crowd, this under 30 crowd, is now outnumbering baby boomers. There's more millennials in the country, and so destinations that don't grab onto that market now are going to miss the market. And so it's absolutely essential for destinations like South Shore or the greater Reno Tahoe area to change and modify what they offer and what they do and speak to those millennials. And I think that's probably the big one that I think everyone needs to be concerned with.
So we have about a minute left. Give me 3 things millennials want that we're not offering.
Well, I think one thing, the entertainment package has to be much more oriented to millennials. You know, if you look at the entertainment here in South Shore for the next 3 or 4 weeks, it's very much baby boomer driven.
Right.
In fact, I'm going to the Greg Allman show tonight. Right. So, but we have made some shifts. Snow Globe, for example, is perfectly positioned to the millennial market, and I know it's been a controversial topic, but I support it, and I think it's absolutely key for South Shore to have these kinds of events that position it to that millennial market and let them know that they're welcome to come and recreate and have fun. And the other thing is their media is very different. You and I grew up on magazines. They're in technology.
So when Carl comes back, we're also going to take a talk about what's going on South Shore and what he views as some of the more important things. Stay with us. If you care about Tahoe, this is the place to be.